Real quick, I don't say real quick because I don't know how long I'm gonna take, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Because that's what I owe it. That's what I owe you guys in here. Um, like Coach mentioned, 1999 was my first year coming in here, right? First year part of this program, first year away from home, all that good stuff. Coming from Fort Lauderdale, Florida was probably one of the toughest moves, one of the toughest things for me to do. All right, first time away from home, as he mentioned, was a very difficult time, but I had to make that transition. I'm glad I made the transition because this right here is a family atmosphere. Fellas, you got guys on this staff here that have come through these doors and have been in your seats, all right? And Coach LeVar Woods here, who I played alongside with. You got somebody who is a resource who has been where you are. If you guys ever want to talk about some things that you may be going through, this is a man who's been where you are. Coach Ben's over here, played. Somebody else who's a resource for you. Coach Bell, also a man who played in these seats, was in these, not these seats, these are nicer seats than we have, but in the similar seats like these, we're in the same type of situation you guys are in. So Coach also mentioned my time in the NFL. You know, I had a good time playing on the top level, you know, playing against some of the best talent, playing against some of the best guys in the world to ever don a football helmet and shoulder pads. I got a chance to play at the highest level for a long time because I knew that there was a lot that I could bring to the table. I wasn't a drafted guy. I had to work hard. Like Coach mentioned, I was with a couple different teams before I had the opportunity with Green Bay. So I had to work hard, understanding that mentally, even though somebody was telling me that I wasn't good enough, being that I got cut 4 times before I ever touched the field and played meaningful reps. I got cut my first time, Minnesota Vikings, my first year. After the first week. Brought me back another couple weeks after that, got cut again. Still hadn't gotten a chance to play a meaningful snap of football. Went to Detroit, stayed there till the offseason, through the offseason. Last cut down, got cut again, 3rd time. Haven't played a meaningful week 1 game in the NFL. They brought me back, however, that next day. Said, hey, you know, if you clear waivers, we'll bring you back. We'll put you on practice squad. Cool. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. They said, okay, we're gonna bring you back. The next day comes up, they signed me back to practice squad. I take my then fiance, who I also met here, which is another good thing about university life. You get a chance to meet sometimes your significant other. What I did was I had a check. We were together. I took a check and I put a deposit on an apartment. And that happened about, I'd say 11 o'clock that morning. Right around 5 o'clock, I got a phone call. Hey, Colin, we need you to come on in. We're gonna have to cut you. I had to make a beeline to that front desk and get my money back because I gotten cut, and I knew I had to get myself out of there. But that was the business. So I got cut twice in the course of 24 hours. At that point, I was in my lowest position playing football. Now, everybody in this room who played football, everybody, it will end for you. At some point, you won't play football anymore. Whether it be after the end of the season, next season, if you get an opportunity to play on the next level, it may be then. You may get a chance to play another 2, 3 seasons, but at some point it will end for you. I thought at that point my career was over. And I started to consider what was next for me. I started considering, you know, being done with football. But for the fact that I had a good woman and good parents and good backing that made me keep fighting. 2 weeks later, the Green Bay Packers gave me a call, and I didn't look back from there. I played a number of years in this game, and I learned my best lessons when I went to, I'd say, year 8, going to Carolina Panthers. Anybody in here know who the head coach of the Carolina Panthers is? Anybody? Thank you. Now, I've had the great pleasure of playing, obviously, for Coach Ferentz, a couple of the other coaches in the NFL, a couple coaches of note, but Ron Rivera, in year 8 of my career, having the opportunity after that to go and play in Carolina, coming off of a serious ankle injury that caused me to have 4 surgeries and miss 2 years of my career. Ron Rivera and his staff were a great part of me learning more. Because the moment you guys think that you got it all is the moment that you will end growing. And that man across from you will beat you. You do not have it all. You have to always come into this building and any environment with the attitude of getting better, continuing to get better. It's all about taking that next step. Coach Bell mentioned it yesterday. If you're not getting better, you're getting what, Coach? There is no in between. Every opportunity you get a chance to get on that field, touch that grass, that's a day. That's a practice. That's a rep that you can't get back once it's over. You can't get it back. It's over. Today's practice is over. If you didn't get all you could out of today's practice, you might as well forget about it. Going back to Coach Rivera, I said I learned some good life lessons from him. One thing that I talk about when I do get the opportunity to talk is his acronym, and that is APE. I say it again, APE. What does that spell? What does that spell? Okay. That's something within you, each and every one of you. Attitude, preparation, effort. Attitude, preparation, effort. We're in training camp, right? Training camp time. I'm sure everybody wakes up in the morning, feel a little bit sore, something's bothering you, something doesn't quite feel right? Nobody feels great, unless you're maybe a kicker or a long snapper. Nothing feels great. I like you kickers. I don't give you too much junk, I'm gonna tell you. But mostly everybody in this room, you're waking up, you don't feel good, right? A lot of opportunities to feel sorry for yourself. A lot of opportunities to say, I may not give the best effort today. I may not be the best me that I possibly can be today. When you roll out of that bed, you better have that number one thing, attitude. The proper attitude will get you to get every single rep, the most that you can get out of it. Control that part of your life. Take the proper attitude into every single practice, every single meeting. Get everything you can out of everything that we're doing in this building. We're not doing busy work. Everything we're doing here is with a purpose. Understand that. Get extra film study. It's important. It's important. The reason why Coach touched on how good you guys are and how good we are as a team going into October and November. It's because we know what we're doing. We're on top of what we're supposed to be doing. Start that week one. Start that right now. No more mental errors. No more missed assignments. Attitude. And that leads me into my next one. Preparation. Great segue into that. Preparation. It is within your hands. When you leave this building, it's within your hands what you do with this playbook, what you do with that iPad. You got all kinds of resources for you. You have no excuses. No excuses not to put the phone down. No excuses to put the app down. No excuses. Preparation. There is no reason not to know that when that motion comes across and we have to run that shunt call, there's no reason why we're not on top of that. There's no reason why we're not rotating like we're supposed to be in the secondary. There's no reason, because it's all about that preparation. And when we're on top of our stuff, we can play faster. When you know, you can go. And that leads me to my last topic, my point. Effort. Effort. That's what Iowa football is about. To those of you that don't know, me being a part of the first class that came in with Coach Ferentz, we left those doors, we left out of that building having set a bar. We weren't always the biggest, we weren't always the strongest, we weren't always the fastest, but you weren't gonna damn outwork us. That season he's talking about that we went to the Orange Bowl, didn't nobody outwork us. The game that we lost because of a couple of turnovers late, but nobody outworked us. because we took it serious. We took ownership of it. It's not about calls. It's not about personnel. It's not about that. It's about those men that fill in those X's and O's. It's about you as a man taking it upon yourself to understand what this is about. Competing. Every single play, every single opportunity that you're on the field. Effort. Balls out effort from every position on the field. What do all three of those things have in common? Anybody know? There's nobody outside of you that can control that. Nobody. I don't give a damn if Coach Pavlicek cusses your ass out in the meeting. He can't control any of those things from you. He's doing that to try to motivate you to get those things out of yourself. He can't control that. He can't control your attitude. He can't control your preparation. He can't control your effort. He can put that stuff in front of you and hope that you're wallowing that knowledge. But the time that you have in the classroom is minute to what you need to know in this playbook. The reason why I'm here, fellas, is because I'm passionate about this program. Just like you guys just had to relive that, I had to relive that too because I watched it at home. Every play. I want to see this team do what you guys are capable of doing. You make a name for yourself. Nobody knew who the fuck Colin Cole was before I walked through these doors. I made a name for myself because of the attitude that I brought into this building every day. I hope you guys think about that, okay? That's all I got for you. Appreciate it. All right, Coach. Oh,